Day 6, day 7, you start to actually see the people. Like, it's not just shadows anymore. There's actually, like, someone. It's always, like, out of the edge of your field of vision, like, your peripheral. Like, you just know that there's someone sitting in the corner right now and they're staring at you. And you can't look over there because you're just gripped in fear. So typically what it would look like when I would use meth is I knew that the next 7 to 10 days are going to be used up because I'm going to stay awake the whole time. And at that point you can't be around other people because they'll know instantly what's going on. So I knew when I was using meth, I knew that after day 3 I had to remember that everything I was thinking was insane. I couldn't believe my thoughts because my mind would tell me crazy things. And then after maybe into day 4, I'd start hearing the soundtrack, so you could hear music in the back of your head that would just play over and over. Like if you walk down the street and you see like those people that look homeless and they're talking or singing to themselves, they actually like hear music and they hear people talking to them. So like when I was walking down the street and I'd be like singing a song, in my head the song was real, like it was actually playing. You could sit, I'd say day 4, day 5, you could start seeing the shadows. So you'd be sitting like in the bathroom and you'd see shadows walk back and forth on the other side of the door. So almost as if someone was walking down the hall and then walking back and then walking down the hall. And then you add into that like whispering voices, so you can hear people like talking out there and they're talking about you every single time.
He's the only one that doesn't know. I know over there.
And it's just insane. I remember multiple times I would like leave shoes in the corner of my room, and when the lights were off I'd like literally see people standing there staring at me, and it was terrifying. So much to the point where I remember the girl that I lived with, we were in severe psychosis together for a long time. And like what that looks like in a trailer when you're in psychosis is that you can't go in the bathroom when she's in there, and she's usually in there for 4 to 6 hours out of the day, usually 3 or 4 hours in the morning just doing eyebrows, and it's like it'd be easy to like smile or laugh at, but it's not funny. Like I'm talking like standing 6 inches from a mirror trying to pluck every last like hair and make it perfect, because in meth psychosis everything is super amplified. Like you want everything to be whatever way you think it needs to be, and that could take 6 or 8 hours. I used to sit for 8 hours and try to give myself a haircut, and I could never like reach the back, but I am serious. I would stand with like a mirror this close and like a razor blade that I made and try to cut my hair like to the perfect lines. I remember going in the bathroom one day and she believed that I was filming her, that I was recording what was going on in the bathroom. And so she had hung towels over the mirrors, over the vents, over the door, over the windows, over the shower curtain. Everything was like boarded up and closed off. And it was just insane. Meth for me was, every drug for me was the answer. It wasn't the problem. I was the issue. I didn't realize that. So when I would feel upset or worried or anxious or happy or glad or sad or any of those things, drugs made it better. I mean, every single time, they were the solution to my problem. I didn't have to feel. I mean, shoot, if life was really bad, meth gave me 10 days where I didn't have to think about it. And I would worry about it later on when I came back. I mean, if I'm not taking responsibility for my own actions, then I'm gonna go as hard as I can for as long as possible until the floor falls out, and then I'll deal with it later. That's the way I lived my life, was 120% right now, and I'll I'll pick up the pieces down the road if I ever get there. I never believed I'd live long enough to have to pick up the pieces. I thought somebody else would just put the nails on the box and bury me underground. I mean, I was never concerned with tomorrow. It was always, how do I get more right now? Was there a step I struggled with more than the others? Step one, for a long time, I was not powerless over drugs and alcohol. My life was not unmanageable. At least I believed that. I believed that if I could separate myself from drugs and alcohol for long enough, right? I'll do 28 days, I'll do 45 days, I'll do 60, 90, whatever. And then I'm going to go back to drinking the way I want. I'm going to go back to using the way that I want. You know, I'll do meth on the weekends and I'll like go to work Monday through Friday. I'd convince myself that I was in control, that life wasn't that bad. I had all those like yets. I would convince myself that I don't have felonies yet, right? I haven't slept with another guy yet. I haven't like done all those crazy things that I hear about in meetings. I still have all my teeth. So there's no way that I'm unmanageable. Like, I still have control. And that got me to some really, really, really dark places.